Don't wait. Take the trip with your boys. Every good road trip needs two essential things: a wild destination and the right crew. This is Josh, my brother-in-law. Last time we traveled together, we were up in the Highlands of Scotland. Josh grew up in California and had somehow never made it to the Oregon coast. So naturally, we had to change that. If you've seen my channel before, you'll recognize this guy, my youngest brother, Eli. The dude is absolutely hilarious. Extremely easygoing and essential to keep the vibes up on any road trip. Last but not least, there's me, the man behind the camera. The plan for this trip was a simple one: drive the 8 hours to Lake Tahoe and head to the coast from there. We had to stop at the Bonneville Salt Flats to try and break our own land speed record.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Holy.
My back is cooked.
So, it is 7:46 Lake Tahoe time. We have just enough time to run down to the lake and jump into the ice cold water to wake us up after a long drive. So, we all got swimsuits. Time to go freeze.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was so refreshing. 10 out of 10.
That's pretty cold.
Well, the sand hurts your feet really bad, but that was fantastic. I'd do it again. Well, that was cold and glorious, but we're pretty exhausted, so we're gonna go to bed. See you in the morning. It's been a lovely morning. Blue jays flying all around, birds chirping. We went and got some okay hotel breakfast. Wasn't bad, wasn't good. Stole an apple. Now we're going to hop in the truck and hit the road towards Sacramento, but that's not our stop. We're actually gonna make it to Redwood National Park, hopefully by like 2 or 3 p.m. So let's get on the road and get going. Well, we made it to Willow Creek, California. Apparently it's the Bigfoot capital of the world. And they have Sasquatch statues everywhere. Also,
Take again.
531 for gas.
Oh, wait, that's actually...
Oh, well, I thought that would never end. We made it to just outside Redwood National Park, finally.
After 8 hours?
Probably 9.
What time did we
9
leave?
and a half with construction.
We left at like what?
Anyway, time to hit the redwoods, finally. Well, we just barely got into the park and this is epic. Look at this. Look how tall these are. That one's huge. I don't even know. How tall would you guys say these are?
300? 200 to 300 feet.
Guess we will carry on down the road. I'm sure there's plenty more of these. You're hunched up like a grandma back there.
Dude!
Coward.
Hey!
Coward. We're gonna head into Crescent City and go to the Best Western, I believe. See if they have any rooms.
Yes, sir, skis.
Otherwise, we're screwed. The only restaurant open in this dump town is McDonald's, so
Here we go.
we're gonna go to Mickey D's.
Did you see that? Is it the...
Well, we made it back to the hotel for the night, and I think we're just gonna hang out and go to bed. See you in the morning. Someone please help me. They've kidnapped me and I can't escape. Good morning. We just spent the morning getting ready, getting breakfast, which was very mid. And now I think we're gonna head up into the redwoods real quick. And then after that, we actually have a fishing charter booked in Coos Bay. So 2.5 hours north after the redwoods. So to the redwoods. Somewhere. to a hiking trail. There's a couple more of those little.
Road trip with your boys.
That's crazy. Well, that was super cool, super fun. We gotta head 2.5 hours north to Coos Bay to catch our fishing charter.
Whoop, time to speed.
Time to speed.
YouTube. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, true. He
What?
said that it's pretty windy out there right now, and that we may or may not be able to go out and fish.
Well-
Sounds like a full refund, boys. Sounds like we're taking Eli to the hospital.
Shame. Well, we'll go get some fish and chips and then I
Jump in
guess,
the ocean.
Yeah, figure out a new plan. It's a little chilly.
So sad, too bad. If you need anything else, just ask, okay?
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Fire? Oh man. That is so good. If you're ever in the Coos Bay, Charleston area, make time to go to Monkey Business Restaurant and get yourself some fish and chips. I'm no fish and chips aficionado, but I can say that's the best I've ever had anywhere, including Scotland, Norway. I think Josh also agrees.
Yeah, clam chowder too. Some of the best I've ever
The
had.
clam chowder was insane.
Yum.
Eli's first time having fish and chips.
It's a shame that it's so good, and they're saying it's a 10 out of 10 because
That's,
who else is ruined for me?
With our fishing charter canceled and an extra 5 hours to kill now, we opted to make our way up the coast and stop at whatever looked cool. Ooh. We made it to Yachts. We're gonna get some fish and chips after I take the Starlink off. Yum. Also, we have high-speed internet this whole trip with this mount, and it's magnetic. Gonna go to Luna Sea Fish House. Got all checked in for the night. Now it's time to do what we have yet to do on this trip. Jump in the Pacific. Gonna be cold, but it must be done. To the beach. How do you feel?
Good.
How do you feel? I'm frozen. Well, that was an experience. Oh yeah. It was very cold, but refreshing. Check that off the list. Swimming in the Pacific. Eli looked it up and he said it was 48 degrees.
Yeah.
Is what it said. So pretty cold. Pretty cold indeed. Now we head to the hotel and hit the hot tub. All right. We are bored out of our minds, so we're gonna go to another beach. Okay, we're at the beach. I'm gonna switch to the other camera. I don't know what we're gonna do now. You'll find out though. That I'm sure of. Let's go. So sure. We came back to the hotel. Well, we're gonna hang out and go to bed. See you in the morning. Good morning. Not a bad hotel breakfast.
One of the better ones.
Yeah, I would still say the first night was probably the best. The cinnamon rolls were really good. Nobody cares. Anyway, we're gonna go beachcomb now.
to leave the coast and head east.
The trip always ends quicker than you think. One moment you're loading up the truck, the next you're watching the sunset in the rearview mirror. But these are the moments that stick with you, the ones you talk about years from now. We're all busy. We all have reasons to say, maybe next time. But the truth is, next time isn't promised. So don't wait. Call your people. Pack the car. Go chase laughter, bad hotel coffee, and long drives through beautiful places. Because time with your boys isn't just fun. It's fuel for your soul. And it might just be the thing that reminds you how good life really is. So take the trip. It'll be better than you expect. Thanks for watching.